Hello, Filter and Coalescing people, and welcome to another Bow Tie Friday here at the House of Oleology, and I'm glad you all made it to join us.
Thank you.
For another fantastic session at the end of the Friday and learn something from us today.
Ooh, that's exciting. We're teaching others.
Oh, we are teaching. I might even teach myself something for this little episode. On PFAS, Sash, we are going to go through this little, basically the 6 skids of the PFAS 2 litre a second little treatment system that we have that's going out to a client very shortly.
Yes.
And show everybody what it does, pretty much. So obviously our systems are a little bit different to everybody else's systems.
They are, as you will very soon see.
Because we deal with the removal of hydrocarbon and PFAS and fines and solids on the same treatment system.
In the one system.
One system, and also our bulk media at the end for polishing PFAS can be thermally oxidised, which is completely different to everybody else's. So,
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That is very cool.
So essentially, stage one.
Stage one is the MXR bulk media housing with regenerable bulk media internally in this little bad boy, and this is back washable, so there is no OPEX in the ongoing of this. This takes care of the solids and the fines, Sash.
Amazing. So we're lowering the cost for our clients.
We are.
Amazing.
Yes.
We are able to get rid of the heavy solids.
Yes.
The oily solids that come with it.
Yes.
And protecting the lifespan for the rest of the treatment train.
Correct. And PFAS, as you and I both know, is a highly soluble contaminant. So the idea with our treatment train is we deal with it like peeling the sheets of an onion, peeling the layers of the onion. So we're going to go through and peel that onion down. So obviously, if you don't have many solids and you don't have many fines, then this will sit there and do what it needs to do. If you do have a lot, then you can backwash, then you can do that. It'll take care of those.
Perfect.
Very good. So let's get to the next
let's do it.
Station, and we'll sort that out. We'll see you on the next skid. Skid number 2, people. Skid number 2 is dealing a little bit more with the fines. So here we have a duty and standby for a sediment filters duty and standby to start getting those extra layers of the onion. We're starting to peel that down. So what we're doing here is we're obviously taking care of more solids and more fines, and we're reducing those further down to let the filters that are further down in the train deal with what they've got to deal with and not have to worry about these. These filters
in there.
Not in here.
Not in here.
In the next one.
So what's in this one?
This is a 5 micron and a 1 micron. In this little unit, so that's what we've got in the first stage. So we've got a duty and a standby to 5. We've got a duty and a standby to 1.
Perfect.
In sediment filtration. So that's what we're doing in this with this skid here. We're
so all those finer solids again.
Yeah. And 5 microns around about a human red blood cell. So we are getting well down there at the moment.
Okay, so
all right,
let's go.
Let's go on to the slightly larger skid 3. Here we are, Sash, and coalescing and filtering people. We're at stage number 3.
Oh yeah.
So we've done fines, we've done solids, we've done fines with the filtration, and we're now getting down into the MySelect section.
It's the interesting part.
This is filled with various, depending on your water makeup, depending on what you've got to deal with, depending on your contaminants, depending on your specific area that you're trying to get involved or you're trying to clean up.
Yeah.
These can change. These can change in terms of size, these can change in terms of quantity, these can change in terms of makeup and design, but effectively this is the stage that has the MySelect filters in it, and this will take care of hydrocarbons, this will take care of emulsified hydrocarbons, this will take care of high-level PFAS in the system.
Yes.
And the beauty about these housings are that if while on the job you require something else to be done, then the same filters can be used in different housings. So we can supply different filters for the different housings depending on what we want to do.
change the sequence.
So we can change the sequence, we can change the
Beautiful.
outcome, we can change all of that sort of
Perfect.
stuff. And the beauty about, obviously, with MySelects being fixed chemistry is it's a very robust system. So it'll deal with spikes coming through, it'll deal with that. So you're not trying to chase the ace like a DAF and using chemicals and using all of that sort of
Yeah.
side of things.
None of that.
And you end up with a dry waste, which obviously is PFAS infected, but when you're shipping that around the country, you can ship that in blue DG bins and obviously
Much safer.
less liability because it's a
Yeah.
dry waste rather than a sludgy waste or a moist waste. So
Yeah.
that is
Perfect.
basically the third stage. So we've gone through obviously solids and fines, then fines duty standby, then this unit which is MySelects dealing with the bulk media, dealing with the bulk PFAS, dealing with other contaminants that come through, dealing with your hydrocarbons. So let's get on to the last part of the treatment train.
Okay.
So at the moment we've only got 3 skids.
Wow. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Tiny.
It's not much footprint, beautiful for sight, nice and easy, joined together with flexible hosing. So you can have a little bit of undulating ground that it might be mounted on and it's still doing
Yeah.
what it needs to do and sorts
Perfect.
everything out.
All right, let's head to the last stage.
Let's go to the last stage here and we'll tell the people all about that. All right, people, so here we are on the final skid. Now, the final skid, we have bulk housings again, but instead of being filled with the regenerable bulk media, which is used for us to take out solids and fines,
Like we did at the front, how?
like we did at the front section,
Yeah.
with these units, and you can have multiples of these units depending on the flow rate that you require. We've got 2 of these at the moment because the flow rate on this particular skid unit is 2 litres a second. So this is filled with our proprietary Performer media. So it's a MySelects infused media, obviously with IP and everything else that's attached to that. The beauty is that a lot of people have asked me whether it's carbon, and as I mentioned earlier on, it can be thermally oxidised. So that is the difference between our bulk media and carbon, which cannot be thermally oxidised, obviously, and there's no way to regenerate that within Australia currently at the moment. So the beauty is that our bulk media can be thermally oxidised, and that reduces down to 5% of its original mass, so you can then spread that out to NERT. No longer contains PFAS, obviously, so you can spread that back in the environment, and it's all good for the turtles, and it's good for the animals, and it's good for everything else. So,
Love it. Wow.
so it's all good. So and obviously we've treated with our system. We've removed all the fines, we've removed some of the organometals, we've removed the organics, we've removed effectively the hydrocarbons, the BTEXs if they're in there, all of the other stuff that's in the water.
It's an impressive list, Chris.
Oh,
Done well.
I just lost my breath and my memory trying to think of all the things that we actually removed. So the only thing that's left in the water is the highly soluble PFAS component, and that is taken out obviously by the bulk media through the residence time and the settling as it goes through. The good thing is, because there's nothing else in the water by the time it gets to this, is that our bulk media lasts a long time before it gets saturated, because everything else has been taken out further upstream, and that's the main difference between us and everybody else.
Yeah. It's pretty simple, isn't it?
It's a no-brainer, I think, and I don't have no-brainers very often.
Thermally oxidized waste, really small footprint. You can see these are standard skids. Like, these are tiny. We've got simple hose, like just behind what Chris has got there. Connection of hose.
Even I can understand it, and I'm in, obviously technical and business development, and if I can understand a coily little flexible hose down here connecting stuff together, then it's wonderful. So shout out to all our engineers out there.
Couldn't do it without you.
Couldn't do it without you.
That's it. Actually, even down to the really fine, like how you put all these pieces together, PFAS-free, sealant, glues, everything. We take it all out.
PFAS-free hose. Got to make sure that you got no PFAS in the hose. There's no PFAS in the seals. There's no PFAS in anything that you've got that's going on with all of this stuff.
Yeah, so we've got some really great people as part of our team that go down into the detail for all of that, so
Absolutely.
that we can guarantee and stand behind what we've got here. The
Absolutely.
results to non-detect levels.
So there we go. So we've got the trifecta, people. We've got low footprint, we've got down below non-detect on all of the current 30 analytes or thereabouts, or 32 or 33 that you can test for at the moment.
Yep.
And you can thermally oxidise our bulk media and you can get rid of that too. So there you go.
Trifecta.
There's the trifecta.
I love a good gamble.
Oh, I love a good gamble too. Gamble on us, people. Gamble responsibly.
That's it.
Always gamble
I
responsibly.
might make a t-shirt with that on
That's it.
That'd be so good.
So, I'm going to finish with a COVID sign-off this week of stay socially distanced, stay sanitised, stay happy
Oh yeah, all the time.
all the time, and value your
Your
time.
Okay, we forgot to do some shout-outs. Shout-outs include, because Chris is camera shy. Who are we shouting out to, Chris?
We're shouting out to, who am I shouting out to? I'm shouting out to Greg Boston. Hello, Greg Boston.
Greg Boston.
Greg Boston
We've
from
got
Speedy Wash.
from Speedy Watch.
Hello
Shout
to
out to
Simon
you.
Harley from Enemy.
Simon Harley. Oh, let's
Simon
get him.
Harley. Shout out to you. Shout out to Brett Ozan from Sea Containers WA.
Oh,
Shout out to
no.
you. Shout out to Nadim. Oh, shout out to you. Good sir from Suez. Hello. Hope you're going well. Have a good weekend. All of that sort of stuff running through. Neil McGovern, our Neil McGovern downstairs. Shout out to you, Neil, and all the technicians and the wonderful people here at Oleology. Shout out to you all, and I hope you're having an excellent day. Ho ho! Oh, there we go, Sash. I'm all wound out. I got to get back and do some work. So that's
Do
it.
some work. Do some work around there.
All right.
Hang on. Did we do a shout out to FMG?
No!
FMG.
Oh my
you.
God! Shout
Thank
out
you,
to,
sir.
Shout out to you,
Shout
O'Neill.
out to
Shout
you.
out to you.
Hugh, we are expecting you to come by for another coffee.
That's
and
it.
that open invite is to everyone as well. Cam from Defence West.
Oh yeah. Hello,
Thank
Cam.
you, sir. We look forward to seeing you again as well. Oh, goodness, there's so many. Chrissy from Australian Mining Review.
Shout out to my brother Lance over in the US. Go Lance!
Go, Lance. Hope your moving has been successful. Where else we got? Oh, if we're going out to our USA brother and sisters, we've got Jeff. We've also got Connie. We've also got Hal. Oh, goodness. I think, hang on. Who else is there?
All our brothers and sisters at MySelects, hello! Get your bow ties on, it's Friday!
Woo! Everyone's gone. I think that's about it. So, everyone, look after your peoples, as Chris always finishes off.
That's it.
Till next time.